In this video, we will learn about the advantages of friction. There are multiple advantages of friction. Some of them are whenever you write on a paper using a pencil or a pen, you are able to write only because of friction that is there between the pencil, lead, and the paper. You can hold a book. This is also due to the friction because there is a friction between your hands and the book. If there is no friction, the book will be slipped from your hands. Cars, bikes, buses, and trucks, they also run on road only because of friction. If there will be no friction, slipping chances will be maximum and you will not be able to drive a car, bike, or bus. This is also the reason that you must have seen grooving over the tires of cars, bicycle, and bus. Moving vehicles can be stopped whenever you apply brakes. This is also due to the force of friction. If there will be no friction, even after applying brakes, you will not be able to stop the vehicle. You can prepare a long rope using short fibers. Why? Because when you tie a knot, this is also due to friction. The concept of knitting, weaving, stitching, embroidery, every work follow force of friction. In the absence of force of friction, you cannot fix the nails and screw to wood. Frictions cause nail screw to be held to the wood. You can tie a knot only due to friction. In both the images, you can see that there is a matchstick and a person is trying to light a matchstick. This is also due to friction because when you strike matchstick over a rough surface, only in that case you will be able to light the matchstick. Here also the person is applying brakes and he or she is able to stop the car due to friction. Coming to disadvantages of friction, there are multiple disadvantages also of friction. It also opposes any motion of body over another. Why? Because if the motion is in this direction, the friction will act in the opposite direction and it opposes the motion. Frictional force between various parts of machines produce heat because we know that friction also results in the production of heat. They produce heat and noise. Therefore, lots of energy is lost during this process. As a result, the efficiency of machine is reduced to multiple times. Heat produced due to continuous use of machinery cause wear and tear of its moving parts. Vehicle gives less mileage. Why? Because parts of the fuel they consume and spent in over the friction. Our shoes and tires they also wear out due to friction. You must have experienced that the sole of your shoes after a particular duration they wear out. Coming to the concept that friction is a necessary evil, because in the earlier concept we studied that friction is very important in our day-to-day life. Also it is a evil because we have disadvantages also. Therefore we can see that friction is a necessary evil, but definitely we can control friction. Now let's study the methods to reduce friction. First of all, it can be reduced in many ways. The first way is by making surface smooth, because we know friction acts in less amount on a smooth surface, but once the surface becomes rough, the amount of friction also increases. Therefore, the reason we always polish the furnitures. By using lubricants such as oil and grease, they also reduce friction and the moving surface of machines are made smooth. Whenever you try to play carom, you always sprinkle fine talcum powder on it. This is also due to the reason that carom is made up of wood and the surface of wood is rough. Once you sprinkle the talcum powder, the surface becomes smooth. By using wheels and rollers, you must have seen that in the early basis we used to use sliding suitcases, but now we have started using suitcases with wheels. Why? Because once we attach wheels, there is rolling friction that is acting, and rolling friction is less compared to the sliding friction. Rolling friction of wheels can be further reduced by using ball bearings. In machines and in fans, we use ball bearing, and this is one of the major reason that we have started using ball bearings in machineries also to reduce the friction. Using streamlined shapes, you must have seen the shape of bird or we say aeroplanes. Why they have a pointed shape at both the ends? This is due to the streamlined shape. This particular shape is known as streamlined, and it is made on a very special basis to reduce the air resistance and friction so that they can fly smoothly and efficiently. I hope this topic is clear to you. Thank you.